Hold on. Hello and welcome to the Wayne Coup podcast for 7/26/15. I'm here with Cross and Relictae. And this is a special podcast, and special in the only meaning because this is pretty much our second anniversary of the podcast.
And it's also special because there's actually a podcast this week.
Yeah, I really mean this month. So,
Yeah, good thing I didn't forget our anniversary.
yeah, well, I mean, you know what they say.
No, I don't. What did it say?
So yeah, it's been 2 years. It's kind
You're
of
not
insane.
streaming. Oh, no.
Yeah, I am. Or am I streaming to
not.
my YouTube channel?
You're
No,
streaming
you're
to something
streaming.
else.
Yeah.
No.
I can see it, Relic.
I see it also.
All right. Well, Relic's just
You
being a
ruined
jerk.
everything because you're just...
The
No.
chat seems to be a little bit cut off a tiny bit, but whatever.
Yeah, let me do test. Test? Yeah, there we go. It should work out
You-
fine. I can fix that actually. But yeah, no, thanks to everybody who's watched for this entire time, or have just tuned in for the first podcast. I appreciate it. And
So mainly Neuro Guy. Thanks, Neuro Guy. And
thanks,
then other people that have only watched this podcast.
So, how are you guys doing? How are you doing, Relic and Cross? What's going on?
Should we talk at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. I am Relictae, and I like ties.
Old ties. Old scarves.
Old ties. Yes, and old scarves. And I'm in no way distracted because I'm putting up a trailer for this very podcast right now.
Oh, I should have done that, but we were playing Orange Juice, so...
We were playing Orange Juice. That was a little bit of a little kind of cut it to the wire there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing fine. My girlfriend's been taking a photography class, so she's not here right now. But that's going to end soon, just like a quick summer class before our regular semester starts. And we've been going back and forth between our hometowns, which is like it makes it harder to record, but you know we get to see other human beings that we know, so it's a little bit of a trade-off there.
Who needs other human beings? It's overrated.
Well, she does because she's a normal person. So you know,
Sure she is. So keep trying to pass it off as that.
also a rubber duck. Well, yeah.
Relic, what about you?
No.
What
It's
do
so
know?
you add so much, Relic. That's why we keep on having the bag as grid.
You guys know what questions not to ask.
I don't know.
So Relic,
actually,
if you were a shirt, would you be a long sleeve shirt, a sleeve shirt, and what color would you be?
Long sleeve, obviously. Color, probably white.
Okay.
Bleaching.
I
hate
think I just
long
learned a lot
sleeve
about
shirts.
you.
Is this like an internet quiz? Some terrible internet quiz?
No,
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if you'd answer a question that made no sense and was useless.
I mean, he does all the time.
Oh.
That's all my questions are to him.
Yep.
So I'm guessing by your topic, you actually have the uploaded Terraria world, even though you sent me some message and then I didn't answer you about my character.
Yeah, well, that was just mainly for the player. I guess we could talk about that then. Yeah, the Terraria world. I put out an update video. Talking about how I found the Terraria worlds for both my Let's Play and your Let's Play. And they can go there and download it. I even made a tutorial video for people who don't know how to install worlds or players. And I have my player character in there for both the worlds, and I was going to try to get other people's characters in there as well and upload them there. So, you know, if that interests anybody, then you can go and do that. Let me find that update video.
Yeah, I should probably... I haven't made an update video on my channel in forever, and if I do that, I'll try to remember to tell people that, because there's probably people that would be interested in doing that. And the thought of people exploring the world that we handcrafted over those, like, months or whatever, that's pretty cool.
I even
Even
have
if they just
4
spell it
different like, what are they called? Things?
Intervals?
Mirrors.
No, not mirrors. Like 4 instances. I have 4 different instances
Oh.
of saves of that world too.
So what would happen if they had the player? Like, would our player just be there, or what does it mean that they can play as that?
They could play as
character?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
with all the equipment. And...
I just pulled my player character from the game files and I just stuffed it in a zip folder along with the worlds. So if they really want to, they can also just screw around as that character. I don't know why they would want to, but you can.
Well, our characters have some pretty decent stuff, but...
And like I showed in the video, you can blow up all the houses, although you're going to have to find a relics by yourself, because I just... It's probably off in Bufu, Egypt. Check the desert. You might find it there.
You didn't...
Well, so I don't know if this is the case before, but if you hover over the link in chat, it actually shows you whose channel it's from and what the title is, which is pretty nice. Is that new? Am I just imagining things?
What? I didn't know that either. Holy crap.
That's amazing. Now people can't send you to, like, porn.com.
I mean, they yeah, like some people do.
A few people might have.
Drunk Archangel, by the way. Yeah, it keeps freezing because I have terrible upload speed, and I won't get it changed for at least 6 months because contracts with ISPs are a thing.
That'll be pretty great when that's fixed, though.
Hopefully. And I can maybe start streaming.
Or you just get, like, someone who's even worse and it's a worse contract.
What about you? Have you gotten into streaming again, or...?
No, I don't even have time to, like, do my normal videos most of the time. So, I don't... It's just completely different that I live with someone. I can't just be like, you know...
You can't just pop it on.
It's 4 in the morning. Rah, 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 rah. Where the only people that are going to hear me are, like, the sorority girls, and if I woke all of them up, I wouldn't care, because they're really loud and drunk. So... I can't be that loud if I record at night because I might wake up my girlfriend, and I can't be that loud anyway because there's people all around me and the walls aren't that thick here. So I think I've probably already annoyed people at night because sometimes I forget. Sometimes you roll a one in orange juice and explode, and you have to yell really loud.
Or laugh at people who do that as well.
That's true. I just whatever.
Well, we have probably a lot to talk about because the last podcast, like I said, was a month ago. It's been one hell of a while, but that just happens, you know. It's not like we can go back to ye olden days where we would do it every week. What did we get up to? Like 47 or something? It
was something crazy. So
I personally blame Cube.
Me?
Yeah, you are the host.
And, like, it all falls on me. I don't like responsibility, man.
And you ask for
to be
people
fair,
2 hours ahead of time.
If it wasn't for Companion, the podcast would not exist initially and would not exist anymore. Because I can tell you I did not have the will to keep it going. I was just like, oh.
I'm just surprised that we only lost one episode of the podcast.
I streamed the first few episodes of the podcast. Thank you very much.
You were the queen?
I streamed the first few episodes.
Oh, you streamed. I definitely heard you were the queen.
I thought I streamed the first one, and then...
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I streamed the first one.
I'm pretty sure you did.
And then one of you guys took over for the second one, because,
Wasn't me. I'll tell you that much. No, the second one, I do think Companion streamed the first one, actually, because you needed all the assets, Relic, because it was just you and me, I think, and I was just coughing every 5 seconds and dying.
And talking about Tekken. Yeah, the best podcast in the history of the world, right there.
You know, it is the anniversary. We should probably make this a Tekken podcast.
No, you have to wait till the next podcast to talk about it.
Hold on, let's just go get the PlayStation 4 and some
You're going to bring it there to talk about it? Every time I talk about Tekken, I need my PlayStation 4.
I downloaded the online Tekken Relic like 4 months ago, and I never
You're never able to, because you're never around.
We'd have to. Well, I'm around right now. We should clearly just play Tekken while the podcast is happening. Let's boot up the PlayStation 3.
And then just be like, yeah, this is what's happening, guys. Live stream of something you can't see. And enjoy.
Bonus sad Companion in the background.
Yeah.
No, I'll just probably leave halfway through and go watch Supernatural.
See, you actually can stream games, Companion. You just can't include the video.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be a great stream. It's always you have a terrible computer and good internet, or a terrible internet and a good computer. You never
The
have both.
things I have to talk about are just all games because there's just been a ton of games that I've played. I can't. The thing is, I can't remember. I feel like I already talked about Child of Light.
I don't
am I
know if you
crazy?
have.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think
I'm
we
pretty
might
sure
have
you have.
mentioned it.
I have.
Yep. You
Okay.
said something about how you liked the game, but you weren't going to stream it, or you weren't going to record it, or whatever.
Okay. Because of the stupid rhyming, that actually does sound familiar. So, the games I've played, like, first of all, the game that we've all played was Trouble in the Manor, which I know I did a video. I think, Relic, you did a video also, or?
Mm-hmm.
Trouble in the what?
Trouble in the Manor.
What's that game?
Okay, so that game is a game that you played yourself, companion. Is basically a 2-day version of Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Oh, you're talking about spaghetti. Okay.
No, I was like, wow, this game really made an impression on you. Yeah, the plan was with that, like, an indie developer sent me like 10 keys, of which I still have 3, and said, you want to try this game out and make a video because, we're trying to get a push out for it. And we did it, and the game wasn't terrible, but it had some glaring issues, and I think the plan was to wait a week and go back and play it after it had been updated. What I didn't realize is that I thought it had just come out, but it had actually been out for like a month or so, and I'm not sure there has been any updates since then. So, I mean, I think the game might just be doomed.
They're going to
'cause
add
no one's
capture the
playing it.
flag mode, but that doesn't make much
Doesn't
sense.
help. I mean, free.
Yeah, 'cause
a free
Mhm.
weekend would be their best bet, and
Yes, but I don't think they're
But-
going to get that.
They would have to pack that full of servers then.
That's true. That was a problem. If it wasn't for Companion, we would have not have been able to play their game, which is really bad.
Yeah, you have to
well, they have
port forward to host a server. They didn't have.
well,
a
now they have
dedicated
the server updated, so that's
But-
good.
It's just the one, right?
Wait, was that the
Yeah.
dedicated server?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Beta
Yeah.
Bears is their dedicated server.
And they didn't have it updated.
hmm
Yeah, but now they have it updated. So they didn't have it updated when we played, but now they have it updated.
But I've still never seen anyone play that game just randomly.
I had a
So-
couple. I had like about 5 people join my server when I had it up for 3 days. I think 3 or 4 of them were people that you sent keys to, Cross, and then maybe 1 or 2 were randoms that I didn't notice.
Oh,
So
it's so sad, really, just because they've worked on the game for like a year, and this happens all the time too. This is just like we're seeing, but people make games and then no one plays them.
well, especially with a game like that, you just have straight up multiplayer. And
Yeah,
if you've ever played Trouble in Terrorist Town, you know that just hopping onto a server like that by yourself isn't fun. You just walk around and shoot walls. You need at least another, at the very bare minimum, 1 person. But even then, it's not.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's pretty much ruined it with one person because then one of you is the terrorist and one of you is not the terrorist.
You're like, hey, I'm innocent. Stab, stab, stab.
It's like, yeah, sure you are.
They need a huge YouTuber to play. And even then, if it exploded, they don't have servers up to help with that.
Yeah, but it's not too hard to port forward. So,
Yeah, the thing is, if they had a huge YouTuber that said the game was absolute crap, it would still, this game would be in a much better state because then people would know it existed.
I had fun.
you know.
It was enjoyable with a group
Yes.
of dumbs to mess around with.
I do kind of want to play it again with like all the people that I sent keys, but nothing's changed since the last time we played it, so it might be a month or 2 or never.
yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's like $5 or something. $10.
Yeah.
5.
Also,
That's what
can I-
said.
I know this doesn't affect like anyone except for like Let's Players, but I'd really like to complain about YouTube's freaking message system. That again, the messages are just hidden. I don't get a email when I get a new message. If a dev sends me a link, there's like a 90% chance it's going to be put in my spam folder. So even if there was a way to get communications that I was getting messages and keys and stuff, I wouldn't know because it was going to my spam folder. Like it's just a crapshoot.
You could set up a faux email address to the, like a contact email address on your About section. I think they might look there.
That's true, but do I want to? I don't know.
And then you'd have to
Like-
check that email address, of course.
Yeah, I have gotten 2 requests through Facebook, which actually is better because I do get a notification through that.
Or
But
Facebook.
yeah, Yeah,
Indie
they
devs
found because
your
there's a link to
Facebook?
my Facebook in my channel.
Oh, okay. You mean your fan Facebook? Okay.
Yeah, my Cross Knight's Facebook, not mine. That'd be creepy
That
as
they
hell.
went like super creeper mode and sent a game key to your mom's house or something.
Yeah. But okay, so there's that. But yeah, I've been getting a number of keys from certain games. Two of them though, like I installed the key and the game was so bad, like I'm not gonna make a video on it. Like one of them, you literally, I forget what it's called. Oh, it's Loot Hero. What you do is you hold right, and enemies in front of you die, and you get loot, and you can upgrade your character so that you can hold forward more effectively.
It sounds like a clicker game.
It is, except without the clicking. Like if you had a rubber band, that could be the game for you.
Or a stack of quarters.
Yeah, that would do it also. So, and to be fair, it was kind of fun, like the first 10 levels when you beat it, but then it's like, now beat it again with harder enemies, and then it's the same thing. So the entire game is pretty much 10 minutes long, and I think the game is like $5. Like, it's just bad. Like, there's a lot of bad games, and it's hard to sift through them, so...
That's Steam. They opened up the floodgates, and now poop tons of horrible games are getting thrown up on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's a lot of mobile stuff that's made. I mean, that game that I play, Adventure Capitalism, is a horrible mobile game. I'm still playing it because it got rid of my cookie clicker addiction. By replacing it with the game. It did. I don't play cookie clicker anymore because I play Adventure Capitalism.
It's like saying, I got rid of my drug addiction. I was taking meth. Now I'm taking heroin. It's fine.
No, it's like saying I was taking heroin, but I'm a horrible alcoholic. Like, it's slightly less bad.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Because Adventure Capitalism actually goes when it's not open, so I can just not... Like, the less I play it, the better I do, actually. It's encouraging me to not play it, unlike Cookie Clicker, which is always open, so it's always, like, in my mind. Like, and my computer needs to be on at the very least. Mm-hmm. Like, I could go on vacation and I'd be rocking it in Adventure Capitalism.
Well, yeah, I mean... Other than those games, we've all been playing Orange Juice, which...
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's still being very... And I think I mentioned that last time we were on the podcast, or before that. Still very animu. Cross and Relic have both put up videos on it if you want to check out their channels for them.
I've played it for 31 hours.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Go ahead.
It's horrible. Well, it's because my girlfriend is obsessed with the game. Like, literally, she always wants to play it.
Has she played like 1,000 hours?
Yeah, I don't know how many hours she's up to. It's not really much longer than mine, because, you know, she doesn't play it without me. I keep on saying, like, you should, like, bother, like, you guys to play it. Like, she might play, but she won't do it without me. So, yeah. It's like, I'm at the point, though, where I don't want to play it as much with two robots, because... the robots are dumb. Like, it's a lot better with four, at least three people.
I just want to finish the campaign for Kai. Unlock that character.
You can unlock Kai by finishing any campaign.
Well, no, I mean like finishing Kai's campaign. I have Kai straight off the bat, I think.
Yeah. You start with Kai. You start with Kai, Seguri.
You can start with any of them. You can start with Kai, Seguri, Mark, or QP.
PQ? Yeah, QP.
Pudding
QP.
Queen?
No, QP Dangerous is only for people who have also bought QP Dangerous, which is QP Shooting Dangerous or something. I can't remember the title off the top of my head. Let me look it up right now.
I'm very confused.
Well, if you bought QP Shooting Dangerous, you get a free character on 100% Orange Juice. That's what it is.
Get some of that cross sales going on there. People who are interested in Orange Juice. I mean, this entire game is pretty. This game is like it's like Super Smash Bros. For their company as far as like all their licenses. They just threw them all into one game. Works. Aren't their company called Orange Juice? So it's 100% of their company all in one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, except the sequel is 200% mixed juice, and that doesn't make any sense.
What? They have a sequel?
Yeah, but it's not a board game. It's a horrible-looking RPG.
I think it looks fine. But yeah, both QP Shooting and 100% Orange Juice were both localized with Fruit Bat Factory.
Yes.
So that's why there's the link.
Well,
Yeah, there's that.
me and Relic and Butkus checked out a game, or more so went back to a game called No More Room in Hell. After a long time of waiting, and waiting for them to update it, get it fully released, they finally did, about like a couple months ago. So me, Butkus, and Relic downloaded it, and we recorded some of it, and that game is definitely looking up to shape. That is.
Oh, that's good.
So, you know, expect some videos going out on that, on probably both mine and Relic's channel. I do like where they've taken the game. It's, they added a lighter if you don't have a flashlight, so you just pull out a lighter and it doesn't even light all the time, so you're sitting there like 20 times in a row going like flick, 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 flick. It's like, god damn it, why won't you light? That's a really well made game. I like the maps that they added. They had two game modes, like an objective based mode and a survival based mode, right? Do you think they added another one? I remember
They've added a lot of survival maps, but if you mean game mode, I can't tell you if they've added another game mode.
Because I remember 3 game modes distinctly, I think. You had the normal objective mode, you had the wave survival, and then you had like a drop supply thing that would drop you guns in a loot crate.
I think that's the same as the normal wave survival, isn't it? Because it's like you hold out a certain amount of waves, and then it drops you a crate to help you out, because you're only going to have so much ammo.
Oh, you're right.
You're gonna need.
Yeah, because I was just thinking about that one like flooded map that would drop the crate all the way off and God knows where, so I just never remembered that. But because it's one, they added another one.
I was going to ask you guys if I played this, and then I searched it on my channel, and I apparently made 2 videos on it, and I don't remember
No More Room in Hell?
pretty much at all. Yeah, I have 2 videos of No More Room in Hell on my channel.
What? I didn't
That's
know that.
strange. You should play No More Room in Hell with us after this.
Yeah, you should totally
I
play
played
No
it.
More Room in Hell.
I played it with you and Butkus and Yoshi, companion, according to my description.
I wasn't in it. So
I don't remember
that's
that at
why
all.
I don't remember this.
Yes. Well, look, I didn't even remember that I played it, or that I made videos of it. So it's not like the first one I played with Douglas and companion, the second one I played with Butkus and companion is him. Okay. I'm assuming I didn't like it because I don't remember it.
I
Well,
think
it's first
maybe...
person, but I think there's some things that I think going back to it. I think there are some things that you'll like about it because there's the first person melee that Killing Floor kind of has.
Yeah.
That you liked about Killing Floor, so
Except it's a lot more stamina based.
yeah. So you might, I don't know, you might like it, you might not. But you should probably check it out again.
Killing Floor did first-person combat better than like any first-person shooter I'd ever played before. It just felt good.
It was really arcadey.
You
Yeah.
felt good.
I did. I don't know. And then they kind of changed it drastically in Killing Floor 2, sadly, which they are working on just a complete overhaul, I think, of Berserker. Mainly its perks and stuff like that for leveling
I should
up.
work on downgrading the requirements so I can play this stupid game.
Well, you just need to buy a copy of Windows 7, right? Come on.
Ugh.
An
And then my
entirely new
Fallout
operating-
won't work.
Yeah. Finish Fallout before you buy Windows 7, because
Clearly.
PC
Well.
games are dumb.
I'll just sink that 40 hours in there.
It
Optimistically.
might even be more 40.
Yeah. I was going to say optimistically in 40.
Just do no side quests and maybe.
I don't know if I'm capable of that. I get distracted too easily. I have to save the people from the bugs and or robots.
Should have gotten Fallout for console. Oh, you missed it.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be released really cheaply, I would assume, after Fallout 4 gets released. It's going to be like $2.50, maybe $5. I've seen it in the $5 thing at GameStop anyway.
Yeah. I'd rather play it on the computer though if I can.
I just can't play it on the computer. I would love to, but nope.
There hasn't been like a patch or anything to fix that.
Bethesda addressed it directly, and they said that they weren't gonna fix it.
Well, I mean like an unofficial patch.
I don't think so. I looked up and down. Buck has even looked up and down, and he is a lot more thorough in that aspect than I am.
Got it. Well, crap. That's lame.
There's a bunch of fixes that people say, oh, this worked for me, but Buck has
Yeah.
tried every single one, and I tried everything except for, like, deleting Microsoft .NET framework. I don't know how to do that.
Fair enough.
So another
Alright.
zombie game. Rebuilds. I've been playing that a lot more
Oh, yeah.
recently.
I have a little bit of experience in that game.
And before I stopped, yeah, just a little bit. And before I stopped playing, I got up to the part where you meet certain rotten zombies, if you know what I'm talking about. Chris.
Yes. Yeah, so you're in like the third town, I think.
And then I just now, before this podcast, got Jenkins, if you know what else I'm talking about.
I never got him. That's pretty cool.
He's kind of amazing.
I only got Chuckling Chuck Taylor.
But since I kind of burned myself out on it initially because I just played the campaign. I played like 5 campaign maps in a row, and I'm like, oh man, this is... I wish they would do something a little bit different with the events every town, but...
Yeah. It took me 38 hours to beat the story mode. To give you an idea of how long the game is. And now I'm Let's Playing it, so I'm up to 57 hours in the game so far.
Did you check that option that I mentioned?
No, I haven't played since you told me that, but apparently I've been playing on a lower graphical ising.
Yeah,
so,
no. By default, in Rebuild 3, if there's anybody playing it that's watching this podcast, or will watch in the future, if you're playing Rebuild 3, you should check out in the options mode. There's an option called Light Graphics. You should, by default, it's turned on, so that just makes your game look a little bit poopier, so it runs better. Probably because she knows that a lot of people played Rebuild when it was in the Flash days. But if you turn off that option, it adds higher res textures and just some neat little visual stuff around the map, like zombies and infested zones, and I think it just makes your walls look better and stuff. And it might add new faces to your characters as well, but I'm not sure.
Wait, really? I feel like I need to just check this out as you're speaking. But yeah, I do like that I can play this game in 30 frames, because frames don't matter. Like, recorded, I mean.
Yeah.
Because there's no movement, pretty much. And it looks exactly the same.
I don't think if you turned off live graphics, it would really change too much of your frame rate, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I can record it in 30 frames, and it doesn't matter. Because it's not like an action game. I'm just moving things around the map.
Yeah.
My editing program seems to like that better.
And unless you really, really want to get 60 FPS videos on Rebuild 3 up, then...
Yeah. So low quality, light graphics.
Yeah.
Please restart. All right. I shouldn't be using mount, but yeah. Apparently need to restart. All right. That's dumb.
Yeah, but check that out if you play Rebuild 3. And otherwise, is there any other games that you guys are playing recently?
I have a bunch of games I've been playing recently. Is there anything you wanted to talk about, Relic? Okay.
We've hit up Heroes and Generals again.
That's right.
Me and Budcast.
Oh, that's true. You guys
Keep
talk about
screwed
that.
us, but it was fun up until then. So how they have it set up, it's a game that's been in beta for like a year and a half or something. But how they have it set up right now is that there are essentially 2 tiers and there are 3 factions. There's the versus the Soviet Union, which obviously makes no sense from a historical standpoint, but it's funny anyway. Then you can choose the faction you want to play as and like actually do stuff for like in first person fighting, or you could be overview and like buying squads and moving them from city to city to take places. But it has a really dumb system right now that's like, until you get to tier 5, you can't play all of these maps. And then as soon as you get to like level 5, which is the next tier, you're thrown into the wolves and you're thrown to like people with tanks and planes and everything, people who played thousands of hours, tier 40, whatever. And then you're just fucked. It's just terrible.
Yeah. They basically have 2 tiers. Tier 1 is all the noobs and players below rank 5. And then once you hit rank 5, you get shot into tier 2 with everybody else above tier 2. They don't have a tier 3 for people who played 1,000 hours. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's completely imbalanced, and it's like a major turnoff for a lot of people, so I don't know why they wouldn't have a tier 3. Like, it makes no sense, because they're losing their player base, because there's going to be people who get to tier 2 and then just stop playing, because at that point it's like, well, I don't have a tank, I don't have an aircraft, fuck this.
And the way that you rank up is so slow without veteran
Yeah.
bonuses. It's just ridiculously slow.
Which in my opinion, is good. Not from like a standpoint of keeping your player base, but like they have a ribbon system in the game where your character has to get more proficient with something before he can use better equipment. And from that perspective, the slower level up is better because you'll get more ribbons before you get to tier 2.
I guess, but then again, if you buy veteran, you level up faster too, and you aren't as skilled by the time you get up there as well.
Yeah.
So buying your way past tier 1 is pretty
Isn't
messed
good.
up.
It's probably a bad thing to do.
And I will say it's pretty jarring to go from these like tiny skirmishes, probably about, however, just like small maps, to immediately go to maps that are like 10 times as big as those, with paratroopers, fighter pilots up in the sky dropping bombs on you.
See,
It's
when
a
you guys were
cluster.
describing the game, that's how I thought the game would be. That's why I immediately was not into it. I was like, I thought I got to ride a bicycle across the countryside, and instead we're in a building. So,
Yeah, then we biked. Well, yeah, but you were back in the very, very early beta with us,
yeah.
where you were allowed to play on maps like Factory. Those maps are actually, like the maps that you played on, are actually locked behind tier 2 now.
Oh,
So
okay.
essentially that entire stuff that all the stuff that Companion and I did on the German side for the whole months that we've played completely wiped, and we didn't get anything for it. So that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Relic messaged support, but they didn't respond. And me and Relic are kind of shitting on the game a little bit, but it's probably the best World War II shooter that I've played, and it's free to play too. So if you want to play a really good World War II shooter, go to Heroes and Generals, just search it up on Steam, download it. But don't hit rank 5. Do not.
Yeah. It's really it is a really fun game, and a lot of the weapons and stuff they're accurate, they work as they're supposed to, and all that, and it's very fun. But once you get to planes and stuff, it's just so hard to comprehend, and the learning curve is so steep at that point.
It's whiplash. I'm gonna sue the
So what are
company
you
for
guys gonna
whiplash.
do? Are you gonna delete your characters or?
Well, Cube's the only one who's boned here. I've been making other characters and just kind of sitting in the noob area because I don't know how to shoot very well, so I'm learning that.
So what he's trying to say is that once I hit tier 2 and he realized that I was screwed, he abandoned me. And Buck is going to do the same thing, so I'm just going to sit there sad as can be.
So you were the canary. The gas.
Hey,
killed
he
you when
rushed
I
it.
ran the cave.
I mean, if he would have been playing it with us, then all three of us would have been screwed at the same time. No, but it's also weird too because I got on an anti-aircraft gun and a plane was flying overhead and it was doing a strafe, and it killed me. I got in 10 seconds of anti-aircraft bullets into it, and it still killed me. It's I don't know. I just did not feel very balanced as far as the air combat went, to the air-to-land combat. So, and that was annoying.
I am really
At that
happy
point.
though that they added the Soviet Union, the Russians. And the Russians are constantly getting their butts kicked, and the Allies are constantly losing too. Maybe they should make it so that the Allies and Russians can only fight Germany, just to give them a chance or something.
Then that'd be kind of defeat the purpose.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
then
mean, maybe they could mix them together. Be half the team is Allied and half the team is Russian.
I guess they could do that, but then they would have to readjust a lot of cities and a lot of things. I don't know. I like it as it is. Germany currently has the most elite game squad, but I've seen the U.S. get victories because they have the second most elite Russia's the one that
Aren't
has
the-
like nothing.
Aren't the Russians supposed to be on the Allied side?
Yep.
Yes, that's why it makes no sense historically,
Yeah, well, okay.
but
They
they
should
wanted
just
to add
add
another
Japan.
faction.
Add Japan
They
on the
could-
German side.
They could add Japan. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they'd have 4 factions, and it's hard enough to get like people to.
Well, no,
play
they
in
could have
all of-
they could have a separate war, like a completely separate war scenario where it's just Russia versus Japan, because during World War II, they were fighting over some islands.
or
so they could
Japan
just-
versus America.
Yeah, but then there's too many islands in that one. There's Iwo Jima and there's
I mean, they
the
had
Philippines.
that one game. You know, that was on the Xbox. What was it called? The one we were playing
Rising
Iwo
Sun.
Jima and Okinawa.
No.
What's that? A Call of Duty?
It might have been Battlefield 1942. Was that the?
I don't
You had
think
Japan
it was,
and America.
I think that you're thinking that of Battlefield 1942, but it didn't have like the specific islands and things.
Because I remember sitting there fighting and like charging uphill against a mountain onto like a dormant volcano with
I can
Japanese
tell
up there.
you, Medal of Honor. I know one of the Medal of Honors takes you through D-Day, and like from the beaches all the way through D-Day, like all the way through for that spot, and then another Medal of Honor takes you through from Pearl Harbor to the Philippines to, all of that crap.
But me and Relic
I know
were
there's-
talking, and we need another World War II game by a big AAA developer or something. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
about time.
something that is, because no one cares about fucking modern warfare. Like, oh, here's a drone strike. Woo, yay, how fun. Like, no, come on, bring back awesome trench warfare. Bring back
Let's go to
awesome
World War
tanks.
One. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Dude, Verdun is in early access right now, and it looks very nice. And that's World War One. Like, that's a World War One shooter completely.
I had to
With
add
actual
that to my
trenches.
friends list, but I never remembered what it was called.
Oh yeah, for your friends with Verdun.
I
Nobody
remember
else
Jesse
thought-
Cox talking about this on the podcast. No, sorry, I didn't understand that. I'm too much of a dumb. Oh, this is third person.
I can't remember if it is. I didn't play it. I was waiting for it to be out officially.
I do
But it's
remember
nice-
that the Japanese can storm people, so they're really good at taking trenches, but they're pretty shit at defending them.
It's just interesting that there's a World War One game that's like being fully fleshed out and stuff. Like that's kind of cool, and I'm happy about that because I really think the World War One games and World War Two games can definitely make a resurgence. Because I still think that a gun, like a Thompson, is more fun to shoot than a M16. I certainly don't really like the new war, I guess we could say, with drones and all that. It's just not very fun to me.
That's because it's not fought with manpower. You don't get those pretty amazing heroic moments that you would in World War One and Two.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just drone operators dropping bombs on towns.
Like, for instance, with World at War, I had a moment where it was just like 5 of us were running against a building and 3 people get shot immediately. And it's like, oh, great. Just us now. Let's go. You just throw your bodies in there, man. Because, like, it's what you had to do.
That'd be great if they had a system in a World War II game where you can get shot by a sniper and just sit there bleeding out, and then a medic has to come and patch you up if he wants to take the risk, or buddy has to drag you off.
That'd be kind of interesting, but I doubt anyone will ever do that.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know, I'll keep an eye on Verdun then, and maybe we can check out that game sometime. Drunk Archangel, you asked about Heroes and Generals. Yeah, you can play as America in that game, but you can also play as Germany and Russia. They do not have France or England in there, sadly. But
America was originally the Allied forces, technically, so...
Yeah.
But then they kind of changed it up because they didn't they were using the American stylings anyway. They really weren't using like any English weapons or any French weapons or French uniforms or English uniforms. They were only using American uniforms, so then they just changed it to pretty much be America because that's what it was.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think
but then they
it's
added the
pretty good, but
Soviets.
I do like the Soviets, like I said. And Aspol, your name is good, but you didn't miss anything on the stream, really, I guess, too much. I mean, I guess I could re-mention real quick that Terraria thing. If anybody watching the stream who just came in hasn't heard, then I have found the worlds for both my Let's Play of Terraria and Cross's Let's Play of Terraria. So if you watch those Let's Plays and you wanted to play on them, there's an update video that I posted in the chat. Let me get it here again and post it once more.
I want to watch the new Philip DeFranco so bad because the title is YouTube and Google Plus finally break up, yay.
What?
Which, yeah, I don't know what it means. I don't know. Just, I mean, that would suggest that they're decoupling Google Plus from YouTube. That could be huge. And it's great. I was reading the comments, and all of them were just complaining that it was happening, which is hilarious considering everyone complained when it happened. But people got used to it. Now they don't want it to change. I don't understand how this will change things. It's confusing. I need to watch the video. Watch it as soon as the podcast is over.
March 2nd. Google Plus is
I'm
about
fine.
to be broken up.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the integration. I never really had a problem with it. I've always had a problem with the Google Plus aspect of Google because the Google Plus was like supposed to be like, oh, thumbs up, and it was supposed to be Facebook but with Google. And I never thought that really got going. I never thought it was worth anything. So if they're cutting that out, and then whatever,
Yeah, it was just the worst initial integration startup ever. Like there was 2 days where they revealed everyone's real name. That was great. I accidentally created I can still see them right now when I click my face. There's 4 different accounts that don't do anything because it kept on creating duplicate accounts without actually integrating them. I mean, it was just bad. And then they got rid of the notification, which is what I complained about at the beginning. They got rid of the notification system for direct messages on YouTube, and they hit it around the same time.
The thing is, I still actually get notifications whenever I receive any message.
That's weird.
I mean,
so when you go to if you go to communities in your thing and then you click on messages, you don't have a bunch of messages that you weren't notified about?
No.
Because I do.
Yeah,
I'm always notified
here.
of every message.
Yeah. Weird. I need to find if there's a setting I could change, that'd be great because that's how indie devs are choosing to contact me.
Yeah, but then you've also got the issue. They have 2 different settings now. They have YouTube settings and they have Google Plus settings. So it's really strange how that works.
I think that you can set it to email you every time you receive a message, but I think you already have that set,
I don't want. I definitely don't want that. Both of my emails are for different aspects of my work.
You could set one up just for YouTube then, you mentioned earlier.
That'd be even worse.
Yeah, but then you have to sign into that email address too.
Or you could just have it I have essentially emails open I would like to say 9 different emails, and 3 of them are on Firefox, 3 of them are on Google Chrome, and 3 of them are on Internet Explorer. And I just do it that way.
I couldn't do
Well,
that.
I want YouTube to tell me information about YouTube when I go on YouTube. And I feel like that shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to set up an external service just for them to do their job. But Google's bad at websites, apparently, which is kind of surprising. They're bad at. They don't understand that people are humans, and they don't consider the human factor. They just make everything more difficult.
I think that they were also fairly certain that you would have your Gmail account associated with your YouTube, and then you would allow them to send you emails based on when they were sending you messages. But my Gmail account is non-existent. I don't have a Gmail account.
Oh, yeah, I need one for my job, but the only messages I get are when I get a copyright ID match, which I do want to be notified of that as soon as possible. But I don't know. I'm just wondering how this is going to affect YouTube, the decoupling. I don't know.
They
I
might
assume not
be
much is going
overblowing
to
it too.
change.
Okay.
They might be overblowing it, to be honest. Just for, clickbait,
Yeah.
That's true. It might be a non-story. I don't know.
Or, but like,
So-
even if let's just theorize here, because I mean, Google still owns YouTube. They're not selling YouTube.
No.
They would just be stopping Google Plus, and all that would really do would get rid of their Facebook knockoff. I mean, they would still maintain the websites that essentially you've created. I guess they would use them still as just pages then. For like
are they?
thing.
I don't think they're dismantling Google Plus, are they? Are they getting rid of Google Plus, or are they just
I think they're just
decoupling it
getting
from
rid
YouTube?
of. I think they're just decoupling it from YouTube, and I think they're just
Yeah.
getting. They might be doing something to thumbs up, and that's it. Like, I don't really think they're going to do anything else.
I'd be totally
Okay.
fine with them getting Google Plus away from YouTube, because I do miss the days of just signing into YouTube.
I still just sign into Google, and then I'm in YouTube. Like, that's pretty nice, to be honest. Just sign into Google, and boom, I'm on my YouTube channel. Because I'm signed in. Because Google,
And
it's all over.
yeah, and I have to sign in again. I have to sign into Google for my job also. But I don't know. We'll see.
They put us together, and right when we get used to it, they take us apart.
Besides which, all of our accounts are already associated with a Google account now. So
Yeah.
if they decouple it, like, it's not going to affect any of us really, because we're just going to still be Googled. So
Yeah.
it's not going to matter.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming something horrible is going to happen though because Google changed, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I want a new page layout, because I don't really like this one. Although the customization of the different playlists and stuff, or showing certain videos is nice. You could have had that with some of the other features, but we've
I've
complained
looked
about
back at
YouTube
a lot of those lately. A lot of the older versions of YouTube, and like the very early iterations of YouTube, I think sucked. I think they were way too flashy and arrogant.
And you also had
like
the problem
that-
with like MySpace has, because people would just put up ASCII art all over their fucking page. And it
Oh
was
god, I'm
disgusting.
remembering the original YouTube pages.
But
Oh god.
but
They're just
yeah,
dancing
definitely before
Vegetas in the
they made
background.
they made this change. We had a little bit more customization that we were able to do, but
Yeah.
I kind of like the change now because it's just everything is so uniform, and that's something that I like in websites. It's just
Well, you could
everything
have
being
that with your channel then. You could customize it to be
no,
that
but
way.
it's uniform for everyone. So like, there's no if you went from Philip DeFranco's channel to Jesse Cox's channel, it's still almost the same site. Like, it's not going to look it's not going to look massively different, and that's kind of nice.
There is something to be said about taking certain design tools away from normal users because people don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, there is a difference between original MySpace and what Facebook was. Like, I remember some people's Facebooks or MySpaces were so horrific that, one, I couldn't read them because they're like, I'm going to use light yellow text on a gray background, and then there'd be, like, dancing Vegetas in the background and fireworks, and I couldn't even load it properly, and, like... But then you go to Facebook, and there's none of that. Like, everything was fine. It looked nice. But there was a period right before this change that they made, like the one that we've had forever now, that I feel like was a little bit better. They could have just, like, constricted some of the options a tiny bit more.
Yeah, like I just linked in the chat a video of
Like, I would
going over my old YouTube page, because I was like, they're going to change this soon, so I might as well take a look-see here. And they had the featured video, they had the featured playlists, and you had your about to the right there.
Oh, yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, it was.
I liked. I'll tell you what I do miss. So I miss the subscription page a lot. That sucks not having that.
That was cool. Yeah.
And I certainly miss having a dedicated inbox, because going to community and going to messages is kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah. That's the worst thing.
The change that I hate the most is the one that makes subscribing absolutely useless.
Yeah.
The one where it decides what videos you want to watch based on what you've been watching. So eventually you forget about someone and you just don't unsubscribe, and then you have dead subscribers, and it's so annoying.
Well, I've said it before,
You know,
and I'll say it again. YouTube.videodeck.net. This is one of the
But
best
that's not-
things
it's
I've seen
like-
ever.
every like 3 months, I get someone like, "Oh, you started making videos again," and I'm like, "I've been making videos for months. YouTube just stopped telling you. It's not my
And again,
fault."
Cube, it's not us that this is for. This is for the general user. The general user, and under the old system, would have been notified of everything like the subscriber would have been doing. So they wouldn't be going to Cross and saying, "Oh, you're making videos again," because they would have been notified.
Well, I'm
The
also
general-
just taking this chance to plug the website for everybody watching in chat. So, if you're one of those people who were like, "Oh, Cross, you put up a video after 3 months? Wow, that's..." Then
Hey,
you
can you
go
please
on there.
like, favorite, subscribe?
I'll put that in the comments of every one of my videos now.
And yes,
no,
I
you
did
have
say
to say
dance
it at the
videos.
end.
Oh,
It's at
yeah.
the end.
I do have an outro, so I can just put my voice in there and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, just be like, hey, like, favorite, subscribe,
I'll
share.
share." Make another account, put it on loop, refresh the page every 2 seconds. Thanks.
Exactly. That's probably the thing I hate the most about YouTubers. The ones at the very end, whenever they're like, please like, favorite, and subscribe this video, it's like, shut
It
up.
does help to grow 'em. It really, really does. Sharing, liking, actually, doesn't really do much anymore, apparently. It's really just sharing that does the most. So if you
Still,
want to
it's
help out a
annoying.
content creator, share your video around.
It's
Also,
still
if you type in,
annoying to hear them, like, beg for it.
Type in dancing Vegeta GIF into Google and click on the first one, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not kidding. There was lots of dancing Vegeta GIFs back in the day. Just dancing.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah.
Somebody in chat
Vegeta
wanted to
was,
know if you
is,
were
and
crossing.
always will be most popular Dragon Ball Z character.
Well,
I mean, Piccolo is a contender. He's like the one I
For most
think of.
popular? No.
For
People
me,
don't like
though,
Piccolo.
yeah, I think whenever I think of Dragon Ball Z, I think of Piccolo and his weird turban hat.
I was a
looks like
Gohan fan until, well, I don't know. It's not really worth watching after the Cell Saga anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
I
But-
was Team Krillin all the way.
He must have been
Krillin
so
and
upset.
Hercule. Those were my guys.
Oh, I hated Hercule so much.
Hercule was the best character.
You know his last name is Satan. It's
That's
Hercule
the best
Satan.
part about it.
So in the Japanese version, when people are cheering, they're just like Satan, 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 which is why they changed it for the American version.
It's so good. I love that guy.
I love Dragon Ball Z, but it's not technically good. But I still love it.
You can watch the abridged though. There's that.
That the British version is pretty amazing.
I haven't watched either.
Oh, but they have a finisher for Hercule where he does like barely any damage. I think this was in Budokai 3. It does pathetic damage, but it's him taking a picture of himself while standing on the opponent. It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, time
But,
to
okay.
bust out the Dragon Ball Z collection and watch it all.
There were other games that I haven't talked about, but I think it's just I'll leave them to next time. It's not a huge deal.
All right, then
You
you can
hit
forget
something-
about them in the meantime too.
It's mainly just Banner Saga and Infamous. So.
You had something that you wanted to say, Cube, and then I cut you off because Dragon Ball Z.
I don't remember, so it probably wasn't that important. But we could mention what's going up on our channels here before we cut it off. So, Relic, if you'd like to start, you can go ahead.
I don't even know what's going up with my channel. It's just whatever I feel like.
Don't you have like a uniform upload schedule or something?
Fuck that, no.
I do. I have a uniform upload schedule.
Well, I know for a fact it's at least No More Room in Hell. So there's one.
What do you mean?
Did you ever
I
upload-
recorded it. I didn't upload it.
Well, I mean, it's
Did you
gonna
upload the
go
Don't
up.
Starves? Don't
I
Starves?
have-
Any Don't Starves?
I have a few more Don't Stars. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know when they're gonna come up there. The thing is, it's the thing. I hold stuff for like ridiculous periods of time because right now my main focus is War of the Human Tanks Alter. That's my main focus. It's the only thing I truly give a crap about on my channel. And
Oh,
then
sweetie, I can finally find out what happened to you and Companion during me and Buckas's Don't Starve run, because I've been wondering.
My video's been up for a while.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ha ha.
Well, now that Relic's video's up, I can finally watch his. And then know for sure.
Well, now that I'm done being depressed, Cross.
Okay, so I have 3 series running. The main ones are Rebuilds and Earthbound, where I beat Earthbound before Yoshi does, even though he had a 2-year start. And the third one is the sliding one, but for right now it's being replaced by Orange Juice. So you can see me, Companion, Relic, Buttkiss, and my girlfriend play this weird anime board game. But my girlfriend won't be talking until like episode 4 because she didn't have the mic set up. So,
But it's a
There's
great
that.
game. So
it is a great game.
It is surprisingly
in addition,
a good game, yeah.
Someone got me This War of Mine, so I'm going to try to blind Let's Play that sometime. I just don't know when. And there'll also be Nature's Zombie Apocalypse sometime, a game that an indie dev tweeted me about. So there'll probably just be one episode of that, but I'm going to try to play that with 203. And we'll see.
And hopefully that turns out to
Interesting.
not be completely terrible.
It's not amazing, but it doesn't seem unplayable. I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So what's going up on my channel? Payday, as usual. I recorded a couple more episodes of KOTOR, so I have a small backlog of that. In fact, I might release one of those today.
Ooh.
And pretty soon, a marathon of me, Relictae, and Buttkiss playing Cook-Off will go up on Payday 2, and that's gonna make that's gonna sound nonsensical to people who haven't played Payday 2.
Yeah, it's nonsensical to me.
Yeah, exactly. See, you're a people who haven't played Payday 2.
Yeah, he is.
And I might check out a game called Satellite Rush because the developer emailed me about it. It's a sci-fi roguelike from some of the creators of Dungeonland, actually.
What's it called?
Satellite Rush. Let me link the Kickstarter on here. It has 22 days left, and it has $5,900 out of its 18,000 goal. So they're about 1/3 of the way there, both in time and money.
That's
It has a demo too, so that definitely helps. I might check. I might have to check it out. So, since they were kind enough to reach out in that respect. But I do like that they have developed a game, Dungeonland, that we've played before. Remember?
yeah.
Yep. So, hopefully it turns out to be pretty good. And I think that's pretty much it. I might check out other games if they pop up. We might end up doing some more Don't Starve. I would like to do some more Don't Starve together with the 4 of us.
Well, me and Relic still haven't teamed up.
Yeah, against me and Buttkiss.
We also haven't done the 4-man split yet either.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Which I'm really excited about doing the 4-man split. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we should probably. Yeah, we should try to look in because I once again I'm going back by my hometown on the weekend, so that's not going to be as much of an option when I'm there.
And
Because
Buttkiss
we go back every
this,
weekend.
Buttkiss found this mod called Hard Mode, which basically makes the game ridiculously hard. I don't know if he messaged you guys it.
He sent it to me, and I was like, no. We haven't even gotten past the hounds on regular mode when we play together. I'm not doing it.
Well, we could try it out when we do the 4-man split first,
Oh,
and then
God.
How about
see how
not?
fast we die.
Because
How about we just don't?
No, we're
do
going
whatever?
to die really quickly if we do the 4-man split with it.
That sounds great
Yeah,
and appealing.
and-
Let's do it.
yeah, a 5-minute video. I'll gladly take that one.
You tack it on to the beginning. Come on. What's the worst that could happen?
5-minute
sadness.
video of me walking to getting kinked by normal spiders, level 1 dead. Over.
It's going to be bees that shoot spiders out of their mouths.
We can get the undead. I mean, not the undead. The one that respawns you every time you die. So just perpetually dying.
Oh, that sounds even worse.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hey, guys,
Live
oh.
people.
It would just keep getting killed by
This
the hound.
Kickstarter game looks pretty cool. It almost looks like a Binding of Isaac type. I don't know if it's randomized or anything, but it's
The
like
art
that
style
similar.
looks nice, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this on the VOD, I'll link in the description, if I remember, a link to the Kickstarter too. So,
Cube, would you say it's more like Binding of Isaac, or
I haven't played it yet. In fact, this is the first time really looking
from
at the.
what you've seen it, or the pit?
Oh, I don't know.
It's not turn-based though. It looks like it's like the pit style, but with it's not turn-based action. Well, they're showing Binding of Isaac in the video. They're that's one of their influences. Also, Super Smash. Oh, Super Smash TV. Yeah, they were influenced by, which is very similar to Binding of Isaac. So yeah, they themselves have referenced both Super Smash TV and Binding of Isaac as their influence.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see the Super Smash TV resemblance in the screenshot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll end off the podcast here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for joining me, Relic and Cross, and I will catch you guys next year when we do the podcast again. So,
sorry guys, we're moving to a yearly format. It's
monthly is just too taxing on us.
Yeah.
No,
It's kind of bi-monthly.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Oh yeah, goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Laters.
Say goodbye, Relic. Okay, that'll be
That was
Relic's
Relic.
goodbye. Yeah.